Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am finally here for the finale of Super Dimension Fortress Macross. Let's be honest, the last few episodes, the last little run of episodes has been frustrating. It's been so back and forth, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Like every episode, we just forget that the events of the previous episode happened, and all the romantic interactions kind of go out the window. But now we're approaching the finale, and from what I've heard, this is a different can of worms, and that's very exciting. Despite the bit of frustration that I've experienced in these last few episodes, I can't say that my overall opinion of Macross has been negatively colored by it almost at all, which is weird. It should be. A third bout of the show sucks. It sucks. And yet, I'm still so enamored by these fun characters and their quality romantic interactions in the first 2/3. And the ideas of the show for the time period that the show came out, the influences and impact that it's so clearly had on so many people in the industry. The whole thing still feels legendary. Like, even if we get to the end of the King Arthur legend, and King Arthur's kind of a shitty king, it's still a legend. And it's still pretty dope watching him get there, you know? And that's how this feels. It feels like I'm gonna come out of Macross honestly loving Macross, and being willing to recommend it with some caveats. But that loving for Macross also comes with some caveats. The main one is this. We must stick the landing. We must stick the landing. I don't care which landing it is. I don't care which girl gets the Ichijo. I don't care if he becomes a samurai wanderer with his mecha, just flying around the world, solving problems and being sad and alone. I don't care. As long as it sticks, I'm happy. Because then I can wipe the last 6 or 7 episodes from my brain space and live in a world where everything has made really excellent sense. A world where Minmay is the first big-time space-fighting idol, where Hikaru Ichijo is a prototypical, archetypal, dumb boy protagonist in the middle of an interesting love triangle, where Hayase deserves better. And I hope Hayase gets better. And at the end of things, if we do this correctly, and I hope that we do, maybe we can bring all of our setups, all of our wistful, childish, romantic entanglements to some kind of close. Because our show, from the very outset, has been about Minmay and Hikaru Ichijo finding each other in a difficult circumstance and falling for each other. And it's gotten extremely complicated in the meantime. And the characters have made some terrible decisions, mostly Ichijo, because he has one brain cell, and it's not a good one. It's not a good brain cell. It needs better brains. But from the beginning, it's been like a high school sweetheart meant to be something about the stars and fate, yada yada, between those two. Since they fell together into being missing and alone, and had to use jet fuel to heat up bits of a giant frozen tuna, and promised to marry each other before they died. There's something sweet and wholesome about coming back to that, and I hope that we do. But it'll be coming right off of the least sweet, least wholesome circumstance of Macross so far, which is Hikaru Ichijo standing up Hayase on a date to go hang out with Minmay, which goes badly, but she gives him a gift, which is a scarf, and he wears it on the date that he goes back to with Hayase, and does the thing that she recommends that he do with her, and wraps the scarf around her, only for her to discover that the scarf has Hikaru Ichijo and Minmay, heartsy heartsy hearts, lovey lovey love, and it's all fucked. and it's all fucked. So I'm a little frustrated. Because all this stupid shit has happened in between. But it doesn't make those initial feelings wrong. I think they were right. I think Hayase could have been right too. But Ichijo's not the one for her, man. She deserves genuinely better, and was settling because of her own trauma. Like, nah, Hayase. You're good. I want Minmay to come into her own as a singer. We've been setting that up, and setting it up, and setting it up. I want her to affirm her reasons for doing and singing and being. I want Ichijo to find peace, at least. Preferably in the arms of somebody that he cares about. Just to wrap the romance, because it's been so much of our shtick. I want Kaifun to literally not appear in the episode. No Kaifun. Don't need it. And if there's some way that we can finagle Lin Minmay singing while Hikaru Ichijo fights for the same purpose, together, both of them taking their individual talents and motivations and skills and aligning them so that her singing reaches hearts and minds and his bullets hit those that won't be swayed. And it all sort of comes together in that beautiful, layered, songs over action, over emotion mishmash that has been, from the moment it first happened, the most beautiful part of Macross by far. The thing that grips me and pulls me in, and as the evidence of the last 30 years or whatnot of animation would show, have gripped a lot of other people too, because there's been a lot of attempt to mirror that, to mimic that feeling of sort of multimedia extravaganza emotion layering. I think it's cool as fuck. And I think Macross is one of the first places I've seen it done as well as it's done. If we could get a little sprinkling of that here at the end, I think it would make us all remember why it is we've been watching and caring and loving this show. So I hope for a little bit of that. Beyond that, I don't care if we end this story with a "and the struggles go on" type of ending, or if we end it with a "and we're all friends forever and peace will reign supreme everlasting" kind of ending. I don't care if there's finality, at least on the broad Zentradi protoculture or supervision army stuff. I assume that some of that's going to go on in the future for future series of Macross. What I care about is the characters, their individual interactions, and having some scenes that convey those internal feelings really effectively to us. I think that's a testament to what Macross has been about. The action shots and big fights in space have been really cool and frequently vibrant and high intensity, thanks Tomino and certain other glorious animators. But they're not the highlight. At the core is these people. And maybe because of their flaws and how it gets my goat and gets me, maybe that's what gets me invested in it. I don't know. Maybe it's that they're likable. I don't know. Something about the show and the characters has made me care. So now I'm stuck caring, and all I can do is hope that those cares are well taken care of. So I'm going to do a drawing, and I've got like 5 ideas, and I don't know what the fudge I'm going to do. Cool, I'm going to leave this section blank. Boom. I'm happy with that. I thought about doing this so that there were 2 two bridges and we could see Hayase and Minmay, so it'd be like there's a choice. But I don't think that that's it. I just feel like this is a return to a much earlier place. And I think it helps that I used the OP portion where we see the Macross and the big window in it for that, because it feels like it's been, the OP's been there the whole time. It's like a return to form. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. All right, all our pieces are in place, so the only thing left to do is to watch episodes 35 and 36 of Super Dimension Fortress Macross. I say only thing, although the only thing after that would be Do You Remember Love? And then there are like a bajillion other Macross seasons. We're not going to worry about those. Do You Remember Love is definitely on the to-do list, though, just so you know. But here's the finale of the main show. I think it's going to be a damn good time. And I think that these creators can 100% stick this landing in a fantastic way. So I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. I'm so glad to have you along with me for the ride. It's been a blast. Not exactly like the most popular show on my channel. Hasn't been getting a bajillion views or anything. I don't really care. It's worth it on more than one front. It's worth it just for those people who have a love for Macross to get to experience it vicariously again through me. It's worth it for those people who've never seen it and were like, I'm never going to watch that. Maybe if T's watching it, I'll watch it. And it's hella useful for me to dive into a piece of animation history and storytelling history, one that has had a dramatic impact on some of the shows that I treasure most. So, let's watch the end of it, and we'll see it off with joy in our hearts, and hopefully a romance that actually comes together, and this guy's one brain cell starts working overdrive. Please don't do anything super stupid, dude. It's in the bag, man. It's in the bag. Don't fuck it now. Let's find out. Super Dimension Fortress Macross, episode 35. Up and ready to go. 2 versions. PiP in the descript. Timer on the YouTube. Beep beep timer. Let's go. By the way, I'm using a different pair of headphones, and that's because my headphone cable for the other one's broke. So I've got a new one coming in. But for now, there might be bleed from these into my microphone, so just be warned. I hope that there isn't, and I'll try what I can in post to get rid of it, but that's the problem I initially had with these. They just don't seal super well. Bum, 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 bum. That one. I'm sure you can see the resemblance. Clouds. Youngle. Romanesque. Ooh. Is that an old deserted ship? This is the Jungle Book. This is awesome. Ah, this fucker. I didn't know until the lights were on. They're actually fixing stuff. Are they my clone sized or full clone sized? I'm sure they're full clone sized. Oh boy. Okay. We start off with an enemy plan. That's great. Ah, they have learned repair techniques. Destroy your transponder. Yeah, the snake lurks happy. Ah, symbolism, symbolism. What? Ooh, we making action figures out of Valkyries and stuff. Christmas cakes. Stan Lee? Was that you? Man, we have seen very few people of color besides Claudia. So, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, guess what? A big +1? No, you fucked it. A big +1, we didn't forget the things that happened last episode. Doesn't want to talk to you. Doesn't want to talk to you. Target found! Oh my god, that's the Macross shrouded in clouds. That's super cool. I was like, what is that weird shape? Oh my goodness. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, they've become full otaku. Selling... No, you can do better. Maybe your location sucks. Harakiri? Why is it titled... Why is that plane titled... No! Oh. Oh! Was that Minmay who walked by? Okay, we're establishing all our pieces. This is good. This is a good start. And they're fucking having influence from previous episodes. This is a great start. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. He can appear in flashbacks. That's fine. It doesn't count. What a waste of water. Alright, classic swing set sadness. Minmay? Why do I have Tokyo Godfathers vibes? Oh, no, it's not me. Definitely not Minmay. Oh. Who got him that apron? All right. Went out for cigarettes, never came home, gonna show up at your door. Oh, Kaifun's gone too? Interest. Fuck this. Is that her at the door? Come on, tell me it's her at the door. Girl at the door. What's up? Hi there. You look freezing. How about some hot tea? Yeah. Hello, goodbye. Is it her tea? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but without meaning. Without meaning. Bullshit. Thank God. I agree. Good. I agree. Honestly, that's legit. Familiarity breeds contempt. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Show? Nah, you can stay forever. You can stay forever. God, she's here? Just happens to be fucking. Didn't you. Or where. Wasn't it over when the scarf happened? Why did you come back? Oh, Hayase. You didn't need to do that to yourself, girl. This is beautiful. As the lights fly by. Oh, never again for me. Oh shit. She already here. Oh, she drunk as shit. Hey, wait a second. Oh, I hate it. She's singing Minmay songs too? That sucks. Good man. cute. Cute and straightforward. That's all we need. That's all we gotta do is cute and straightforward and a little bit sad on one side. And then fucking bombast and crowd on insane shit. Yeah, but you deserve fucking better, Hayase. You deserve better. You deserve better. Party? All you have to do is watch, and if she doesn't drink, she's hungover. Ah, here comes the attack, methinks. Whoa! Fuck! Hoping that nothing gets in the way of that. Ah! She's a bad cold. Yes, best team. Max and Milia got this. Me neither. Me neither. That kid has a dog face. That kid had a dog face. What the fuck? It's a good looking face. The UN government. There you go. So now we're doing anti-proliferation duty. Jesus. Incoming! Just 1v1ing fighter planes. My guy. You gotta give it to him. He's got balls. Let's go, Milia Ma. Huh. Huh. Ooh, spicy. Why didn't I get called in? Goodbye, kiss? Do it. Yeah, what was that line? Fuck! What did she say? No! Can't let you have that, bud. Ooh, she's going out and shopping. No, pineapples! No, 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 no. Not pineapples. Wait. We're not gonna do something crazy here, are we? We would have to kill Ichijo for that to work, right? So will that be her motivation to sing? Bad news. Getaway vehicle? Yep. Oh shit, they're out. This is Old Man Santa? No, don't explode everything! Fuck! Are any critically important characters in that city? I don't think so. So we're letting them get away with a reaction engine. Wow. What a big play. I thought we fucking trounced them last time. We have water missiles? Okay. Why do we have those standard? That's weird. Oh. So hard switch to humanitarian efforts. Only so much you can do. Motherfuckers with the pineapple. That's a dick move. And she just has to wonder if Hikaru will come back. That's the life. Interesting. Oh, it's Christmas. That makes sense. Come home safe, bud. Hi. Because you said I was sick. Didn't want to face you. Ah! You should not come over uninvited. Gross. Okay, so it's over between them, right? Like, it's over. This is gorgeous. Tadaima. Oh. She stayed up the whole night, too? Yeah. It's really cute. Then it explodes as a gift from Santa. Aw, yeah. It's a pretty good idea, man. Got something to live for. Of course, you won't be able to until it's ended, right? Until it's fixed. And there's peace, but... Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, I don't think she's going to blow out the candle, buddy. Let's go! Ow, my chin. Ow, it's burning. Ow. Let's go! No. The Kamaji is going to attain a new worship. We know. This was great. Okay. Honestly, fixes so many of my complaints about the last set of episodes. First and foremost, we start off with, like, really investing in where our characters are at this point. And demonstrating that the events that occurred in the last episode mattered, which means that it wasn't a waste of time to watch them, which is great, right? At least the last one. That's super good. It's super, super duper important. It's one of my least favorite things about the last stretch is that we forget, like, every couple episodes. I love this opening. It reminds me immensely of the Gosenzo-sama Banzai opening. Gosenzo-sama Banzai is maybe the best piece of animation in existence. Maybe. It's up there. It's shocking. Fucking shocking piece of media. Go watch it. It's cool. It opens with this whole explanation of what, it's, cuckoos, right? Cuckoo birds, like taking over each other's nests and stuff. It just reminds me of this because it's all woven into the story in an intricate and meaningful way. Here, it's pretty straightforward. We've got the snake, who is Kamujin Kravshera, going and eating some bird babies. You got a cute little bird nest, and they're hanging out, and the snake is going for it. And that's exactly what will happen. The snake will go for it, and the snake will succeed over the course of the episode. So that's fun foreshadowing. Crazy that I didn't recognize these characters. I guess they don't feel big, because they're in scale, I suppose. But we usually shoot the Zentradi as though they feel big anyway, and they just don't here. And they're learning how to repair things. Oh, you'll regret ever giving us culture. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then he crushes the phone as he talks about how good they are at repairing stuff. Oh, can't repair that. I don't think you can repair that, man. Merry Christmas! So, Christmas and Christmas symbolism, pretty fun and interesting, to use that as our backdrop for the whole thing. There are a ton of references all throughout this. I mean, that's Gojira, that's somebody. Just everything is references. And then once we see the toy shop, it's even more so. The fuck? The fuck? Snow falls, and everyone's connected. There's something about snow falling over an anime situation that just has a particular tone to it. Maybe it's Tokyo Godfathers. Maybe Tokyo Godfathers is tapping into something broader and bigger. There's something communal and light and beautiful about this time, but I've said before, I find the holidays to be deeply sobering and a very sad time in a lot of cases, partly because during my own childhood, holidays were not always the best of times, but also it puts everything into stark contrast as people walk the cold streets in their lovely warm cloaks and go and buy opulent presents for each other and walk straight by freezing homeless people dying on the side of the road. Kind of puts everything in perspective in a way. Yeah. So, a perfect setting to do this sort of somber thought. And we move into it really, I think, really beautifully. Things are going pretty well, and then things aren't going great for these guys. They're not able to sell the toys. And then things are clearly not going great for Minmay, and we run into her, and she runs away. It all builds on itself up until the point when she shows up at his door. He's got a Hikaru Ichijo apron. Who got him that? Must have been Hayase. It had to be Hayase, right? Whereabouts unknown, and there she is at your door. Beautiful as ever. And she needs you. And isn't that it? She needs him. And that was the start of their relationship in a lot of ways. And it's not necessarily a healthy place to begin in a relationship, but he needs to be needed, and she needs him. That's enough, right? I think it's enough. I get that impression here when he says, "Why don't you come in?" and she just holds him, just sort of falls into him. And we get this look on his face like, oh, this is a weird situation because, you know, he doesn't want her to feel this way. None of us do. Nobody would. But at the same time, isn't it deeply relieving to have somebody lean on you? Makes things feel a lot more simple, huh? Give my regards to Ichijo. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Oh boy. I've just had it with everything. And there are some really solid lines. Before I knew it, it was like I'd lost all of these parts of myself. And he says that's just life. Isn't it? We all feel like that. We all go through life losing things along the way. I like the sentiment. I think it's true. It's part of change. Change is not just gaining or growing, it's losing too. And whenever you make a choice, you inherently make not that choice. You choose not the other things. You lose those. It's maybe one of the reasons why it's so tempting to not make choices, to not do. You feel like, well, at least you won't miss out on those things and you'll keep your opportunities open. But a life worth living is one where you make choices and lose things and gain things and avoid as much as you can regretting it. Make choices that you hope you won't regret, lose things and know it and feel that pain and learn from it. Like, existence is that way, isn't it? Even at the most fundamental, you only have so much time. And when you dedicate it to one thing, you lose the others. Minmei's lost a lot. She's lost a lot of her childishness. She's lost a lot of things, including, maybe most importantly, her fervor, her drive to sing and her reason. So when he says you still have your songs so you can be happy, it cuts deep and it hurts because she doesn't have that connection to those right now. It's not enough to just like them. I don't want to sing anymore. In show business, no one will take me seriously. No one will listen to me. And so Hayase comes to the door and hears her express her care for him and desire to stay the night. Hayase closes the door with almost a smile and then a brutal tears in the snow again. Cold and alone and sad. Pineapple Express. That feeling of loss continues. Ugh. There's real connection and like fondness between these characters. I don't know if it's love, but there is fondness between them. And bitterness here. And explosions. And Max and Millie are dope, and there are a couple of really excellent Max and Millie shots, and this kid has a dog face. It's a real problem. It's a serious issue. They're looking for something. I love Kravashira shooting down a plane. I think it's cool. And I love Max and Millie being the absolute most badass that they could ever be. Nyom. Fucking awesome. No complaints about cool action stuff happening in the episode. It feels really snappy. I guess because we've got like land battle and air battle, it feels cool that we're like snapping back and forth between them. It makes it feel like there's an ongoing front, you know? Doesn't get called in because Hayase chooses not to call him in. Maybe trying to be nice, thinking that he's fucking Minmay all night and that and trying to like not wake him up. I don't know. It's a dumb move. It's like it's really lame of her. But anyway, gets called in, knows that it's her fault, and man, pineapples. Really spooky show. Don't fuck with me like this. Super spooky. Thought we were gonna have him take some bullets through the back. He doesn't. All is well. Fucking Santa Claus blows up the town and we're forced to return to do some damage control. And it is extremely damaging. We move from that into Silent Night, Holy Night, and a hard-layered Christian symbolism. Really interesting for a Japanese piece of media, but they chose to set it on Christmas, so it makes a lot of sense to me. And gives us this cool, like, religious sending off and somberness. And then also this feeling that to me is just like, religion is culture, isn't it? It's maybe codified culture passed down in certain ways and rather specific in its rules, but fundamentally it's culture. It's a way to get a bunch of people to sing together in a room and believe all the same thing. And people believing all the same thing is really what makes them able to interact and trade and work together really well. It's one of our deep-rooted forms of culture. So, in the wake of destruction and death and loss, people find some comfort in each other and in this tradition, this pattern. Why did you lie? You should always make sure your door is shut. Alright, I mean, yeah, I agree. But, you're the one who walked up, let yourself in a little bit, and then misinterpreted what was said. I guess she interpreted it perfectly correctly, besides the smash. Oh boy. This was a good start to the final two. I can't imagine it being much better. We've wrapped all our major plot points that I care about. Kaifun can go fuck off. All our major plot points that I care about are wrapped in, and there is reason to make the thing happen, I think. If the threat continues, and we get some way to get Minmay to like motivate the people and be the culture and do the thing and sing over the top of some battle sequences in this final episode, it's gonna knock it out of the park. Even if we don't, I think we're on the right path. So far so good. I'm going to take a quick break and be back for the last episode. See you in a sec. Peace. All right. At lasto, the lasto. Nothing to it but to do it. We've got the last episode of Super Dimension Fortress Macross. Will Minmay sing again? Will our characters all survive to the end? Let's find out. Beep beep timer. Last time. Gotta really savor this OP. Explosions or thunderstorm? Ooh. Iconic. Farewell to Tenderness. Uh-oh. I don't like that title. And you? Hi, wife Min May. I don't want you to quit being a singer. No, you do it for her. At least originally. Finally bringing it back to the baseline. The start of things. Yeah, let's get fucking married. Let's get married. Follow the Maximilio way. Ooh, jungle snake. Jungle snake. I guess if they get this thing running, will we have to get the Macross up and going? Or can we call Britai? Or somebody? They're up and running. Fuck. This is cool. Alright, shake off all that dirt. That's dope. That is an angry high SA face. Also, faces in general have been odd. What? But no. Got her. Got her. Claudia's too good at this. Don't let it happen. Don't fuck around, Claudia. No. Yeah, but also it's like it's fine. No, you're better. No, you're great. This is the wrong takeaway. He sucks. But what if he resigns? Then it'll be fine, right? Okay, okay. There are solutions here. Hi, Global. Chilling on the old bridge, huh? Like back talk? Whoa! Hell yes. Hell yeah. Everybody knows? That pisses me off a lot. Kire. Yeah, shining blue. Gotta get off the rock. Need outside bases. Let's go. Hmm. So how do we avoid those faults of the past? That's the one. Captain Elon. I'm into it. I'm a big proponent of get off the rock. Sneaky motherfucker. Whoo. I care. What about to protect you? Ding dong. But instead, deserves it. Good shit. Get yeah. Yeah. Your own mission, your own purpose. Yeah, your own mission, your own purpose. Lots of cute boys on board. Let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I dig it. She gonna ask them along? Oh. That's a cool passing of the torch sort of respect sort of thing. Yeah, say it straight up. Say it straight up, girl. Ow. I thought there would be a D in there, like a loved. Please don't let that throw everything into chaos again. Please don't make that throw everything into chaos. Please let this work. This is graceful. This is a graceful exit. No, let her go! You doingus. It's one or the other, man. Make your fucking choice. That's fucking wild. No, don't. You better not have killed Hayase there. That's fucked. That's a no. No, that's a hard wrong. Hi. Hi. Sneaky fuckers. Wow, this is cool. Ooh, yow. And it all falls down. Strong. It's what I have to do. That's the very thin comfort, bud. Oh man, did we just fuck it all up? Get to a shelter, girl. Oh boy. How are we gonna resolve this? I've only got half the episode left. Everything's gone back up in the air, and I believe it. I hate it. I love it. I hate it. I love it. Oh my. Is that full Macross destruction? For the most part, yes. Oh shit. The symbol of all of everything. Shit, can't reach high SA. Shit, 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 shit. That was a great voice line. Okay, she's alive. The original bridge. The OG bridge. Cool. Oh, this shot again. Cool. Can we get Mime to sing as well? Can we layer it all in? Oh, Claudia's already here? Way ahead of you, folks. Yeah. Yeah. Mmm. Gotcha. Let's go. One last job. One last fire the main cannons. That's good. One last Daedalus attack? Probably not. Probably don't have the mobility. Let's go. That's as fun as it can be, right? Zero complaints. That's great. I'm so glad. Yeah, old and destroyed and dilapidated and still here to fight the good fight. The Macross is back! Oh, everybody's rushing out of the shelter? The symbol of hope, of humanity's survival. A symbol like your songs are a symbol. Put it together, Min, come on! Oh, and an OP read. God, I hope we obliterate fucking Chromogene Kravshara. Shards of light. Whoa, that was a cool cut! Whoa! So can we be friends? God, what the fuck are we doing? Oh, we're gonna stop in on everybody. Bye, motherfucker. Yay. Oh, and we fall back to Earth, destroying ourselves in the process. I love it. No, the one reasonable guy. Aren't you trying to? Okay. Ah! Hey, they found love in the end. Good. Can we pull up the barrier? We can't pull up the barrier? Hmm. This is wild. I have no idea what's gonna happen. To shards of light and he's gone, motherfucker. Did it miss? Did it just go past them or just chunk out the side? Or we fell and it went over? I'm not sure. God, what a shit show. So he's gonna go in to try to find Hayase. Oh, she's fine. Hey. Really glad to see you. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Guys, what are we doing? Are we just a love triangle? We're just gonna fuck forever? What is this? What are we gonna do? Yeah? Yeah? Oh. Okay. Okay, great. So we're Hayasing? Spread some culture to other places in the universe. That's a beautiful shot. Yeah. So I guess in our last moments as everything explodes, Hikaru runs after Hayase, and that's the decision. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. She deserves better. She deserves better. So is he gonna go with her on the ship to the faraway land in travel space forever? It doesn't matter. I'm okay with this. I did not think this was how it was going, but I'm okay with it. Finally. Okay. She's already singing. So this puts us in almost exactly the same place as the end of the finale when the Earth explodes. Just took us a long time to get back there. And we close the photo album. So long. And I think we get to watch through this. We haven't been able to until now because there's always a preview, you know? Probably Hayase going through the photo album of all Minmay pictures. And it ends as it ends, although exactly the opposite because it's a different girl. Interesting. Not what I thought would happen in the last, 2 minutes of the episode. Like right up until here, I thought we were going to be back to mid-May. And then we're not. Feels weird. But I'm okay with it, because I said it at the beginning. I had a thing I said from the outset. All we gotta do is stick the landing. We did not accomplish my overall hope. My biggest hope was that we would come back to that multi-layered extravaganza of awesomeness that has made Macross so special. We didn't. But we stuck a landing. And we stuck it on multiple fronts. Even if you're a hardcore Minmay stan and you think that this should have ended differently with a different relationship, I think you have to admit that the setup of Kamajin Crabshara finally coming through, I mean, he's like a Jared level villain character, finally coming through and getting his plans together and attacking us all. And our solution to it is to go back into the position that we were before, to fall back on our previous knowledge. Everything breaks and we have to end up one last big ride, right? Of the Macross, just barely up into the sky, to just barely fire its cannon and then just barely get missed and they survive. Ends up being pretty perfect when we combine it with reasons for fighting, reasons for being, reasons for loving and caring and doing all of these things, and that sequence that we get as everything explodes and Hikaru and Hayase stand together and say, Minmay, we fight this for the same reason you sing your songs. It's the same. We have to do this. It's for all these people. That's cool. It manages, without doing the exact visual play of it, it manages to absolutely 100% nail the core beat. And it does so in a lot of ways by going all the way back to the beginning. talking and thinking about those early moments when we met, and honestly, so when I first saw this, and we have this scene when we first met, I want you to not be a soldier, I was like, okay, that's the one. Or maybe it'll be he convinces her that him being a soldier and her being along with and going and spreading culture and stuff would be great, and they're a tag team, and then she sings and he fights and it's all great. But now that I watch it, knowing what's about to happen, we're looking back and it's so childish, right? Let's go back to how things used to be. But you can't. And the way things used to be was pretty thin. And, like, just finding comfort in each other because you were what each other had. And there are bigger, broader, more powerful opportunities in the world now. I don't think, even though it's resonant and it works, I don't think it would work. I don't think it's right to go back to this childish perspective on romance and on relationships and connections and stuff. And what we end up doing is more mature and interesting in a lot of ways. I like Kamajin's ship. It's pretty freaking cool. I like the way that it looks, and particularly this scene where it starts taking off and like bends all of the forest canopy underneath it. It's rad. Sparkly shine and a very angry face. Faces are kind of all over the place in this episode, but then there are certain scenes where they need to be perfect, and they're perfect. I can't bear to stay having to see him every day. And so Global calls her up and gives her a brand new, fantastic assignment that's really just perfect and feels like it's a contrivance to get her out of the story so that Hikaru and Minmay can have their thing. Little could I have predicted. It's exactly the opposite. But as we go on, man, it doesn't feel right. Minmay as a housewife doesn't feel right, does it? Doesn't feel right. Back to the way things used to be. Ugh. Ugh. Goodbye indeed. To quit and to go. For the sake of the unborn children, well, I will fly out. I like this. I can't create culture the way you can, but I might be able to protect it. Again, it feels like a passing of the torch, like a bowing out, like Hayase's conceding. That's going along with what she said earlier. You know, I see Minmay's really cute. I can't compete with that. This feels like that too. Like I understand and I see eye to eye with you, and I get it, and I've got my own thing, and it'll be okay. And now, given the finality, she's able to say that she loves him, and it's not loved. Remember Ichijo when he approached Minmay finally? Told her, I loved you? Not I love you. Ayase's right on it. She does have that feeling. That's why she's leaving. Tears in her eyes. With grace, I think, she walks away. He begins to chase, and she wants him to stay. Don't chase her. And then it all goes to hell, and this is the coolest move. This is such a cool move. Just right in the middle of a love triangle extravaganza. Boom! Everything is orange. Our color tone has dramatically changed. Everything is flaming and on fire and hellish. Oh my gosh. I'm going back to the Macross. And he grabs her as she falls. It's just all the pieces fit together. It's like, still, I was on the Minmay train, so I'm like, ooh, this is really gross. And then Minmay runs up. And they're embracing. They're so close. And they remove their hands as she runs up because it's not quite right. But they did it by instinct and it was right. These shots are great. They're catastrophic, I'd say. They take the physical, explosive catastrophe that's going on externally and they superimpose it over the characters so that the catastrophe's happening internally as well. I really like it. I think it's gorgeous. And in the midst of this explosion, we have it out over who do you sing for, Minmay? What's your purpose? For yourself? It's not for the people who love your songs. It's for something else. to reach them, and we fight for that same reason. We leave it unstated, and I couldn't state it. I don't know exactly what the statement would be. No, we evacuate together. I'm a soldier. I have a duty. The whole city. Don't leave me alone. You're not alone. You have your songs. Oof, that sucks, because if she doesn't believe in her songs, then she is fully alone. And that's where we leave her, I think. Is fully alone. Minmei's the biggest loser in this. Alright, back to the bridge. Ready to go. Kablam! We lose everything. Terror and loss. And let's go up to the main bridge. Claudia already being there is so fucking sick. I love it. Captain Global already being there is so fucking sick. I love it. We're launching. One last ride. Fire the main cannon. It's why I love it. The Macross is flying. What a symbol. What a symbol. Destroyed and war-torn and dilapidated. It's just enough to hold the line one last time. The on-roof shots as they're fighting are dope, and I want to see these, because there's this whole section that's just sick. I really like the green mech on the far right, like, whips around. Whoa, that! And then gets hit! Okay, so is whipping around to shoot this plane that comes in from the left, right? Oh, I was going backward. Whipping around, blam, 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 and then a missile from that plane. Oh, it's so crazy. Then landing into a full 360 rotation blast. Ah, it's so cool. Some really sick, nasty shots. Even this is rad. Kamajin Cropshire gets to go out like a badass in the last moments. Fucking oiker. We'll do some culture afterwards. Yeah, baby. They learned all the wrong things. This moment, as the ship is coming, barreling towards them, and all the batteries are firing, and it's unclear what's going to happen completely. Oh, it does. It full bashes into them. Super tense. Just like all of our characters all at once. So, let's see. It's hard to see. I guess it crumples the whole side. To light rays they go. And incredibly destroyed, the Macross flies its last. We bring our three together. And she knows it's time for her to go. Find herself and find singing. And maybe work together again. This is one of those lovely shots. So with her wandering off into the distance, singing and free, we have our pair at the end. And we leave them across to sit. Now just a symbol. I give it 1.5 thumbs up. Out of 2. Out of 2 thumbs that can go either down or up, it gets 1.5. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It could just be 1 and a blank, but it's 1.5, and that half both indicates some positivity and some negativity. It's somewhere in the middle there. This is a weird show. Old shows often are. The sensibilities aren't always exactly what we've come to expect. Having multiple industries that iterate on these things every season for years and years and years and decades, it's changed. Anime's different. Storytelling is different. But so much of this show is still potent and resonant and gorgeous and fun. It still has some of the absolute best space combat scenes, period. And those won't be ever knocked from that list. They're always going to be up there. Not just because of historical significance, but because they're goddamn stellar. However you feel about the love triangle romance shit, as painful as it is, it does lead to increased engagement and investment into the story. This story has created a lot of emotions in me. Not all of them good, but that's okay. It's gone ahead and, maybe not in the most depth, handled a lot of topics about war, peace, love, meaning, life. A lot on love. Regret, sadness, loss. All wrapped up in a very human quest to survive against endlessly terrible odds. It's motivational. It's beautiful. It's a hell of a story. I get it. I think I get it. Like, man, if you look at all the list of all the shows that had come out before Macross, and you think that would have been my whole exposure to anime, you think you wouldn't have gotten wrapped up in this? This is next level, like a space opera, broad scale, teleported away from Earth and gotta fight these crazy ancient aliens to get back home, and finally we get back home and it's not enough and we've gotta fight off the remnants of them using our premier power, which is our ability to communicate and love and sing and make magic. Yeah! It's a cool story. It's got strong bones and fun bits. I liked it. Thanks for making me watch it. We watched, it came up along with Gundam, and we ended up watching both. And Macross is cool. It's not Gundam. It's its own thing, 100%. It's got its own vibes. And in the same way that Gundam informs my understanding of the whole world of animation that came after it, Macross informs my understanding of a whole world. And a whole generation of animators and directors and creators who were, if not working on it, inspired by what this show put on screen. Put a lot of cool stuff. These characters are icons. Even if you hate them, they are anchored in my mind. This is a cool show. I think it deserves its title of classic. And as we close the book on it for now, we get to turn our attention to more modern readaptations of it. Namely, and most importantly, Do You Remember Love? A movie that I think incorporates mostly the same events, but told in a very different way because it's a fucking movie. Cool. I'm very excited for that. I think it'll be great. I wonder what will be changed or different or done better. And I think until I've watched UIRL, I can't, fully put a button on this because I think it's going to change my perspective on the show itself. So, here it sits. Sewer Dimension Fortress Macross. One of the OGs. One of the real big names. Hasn't been a big name for a little while, but one of the real big names in anime series. And finally, I have experienced it. So, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey. It has been a hell of a journey out to Pluto and back. Let's see. If I had to list one rose and one thorn about this show, the thorn is easy. It would be incoherent narrative after the point where they were only supposed to make that many episodes, and then they ended up having to make more episodes, but then they ended up having to make less episodes, but then they ended up having to make more episodes. The incoherent narrative at that point is a thorn. It's a thorn in the side of the show. If it wasn't there, it would be better. The finale is great, though. So, the rose. Oh man, there are so many things. Like the balance of silly humor and like not taking these big, strong characters too seriously. Or I think the obvious one is the best space fighting shots in existence. Thanks, Itano. Right? I think that's the one. There's my rose. There's my thorn. Looks awesome, except when it doesn't. Feels awesome, except when it doesn't. No, the rose is one scene, and it's Minmay singing at the front of a bridge, going in for a big Daedalus attack. No, maybe there are too many. A lot of really deeply cool imagination in this show. Some really fun brains kicking into gear. Okay. I think I've said all I can say. It's hard to end such a legendary show because you want to make like a legendary statement about it. I don't need to. Supermention Fortress Macross shows its age, and that's okay. It stands as is, as a really fun piece of media with a lot to it that you can really get invested in and that I've really enjoyed. And I hope you have too. I'll see you next week for Do You Remember Love? Much love. Peace.